God says your miracle is being released tonight. Archangel Michael is weeping for you, and all of heaven is shouting your name. Please open this now. My child, my beloved, something sacred has begun in the unseen realms, and it is surrounding your name with light. You have been walking for so long with questions in your heart, carrying burdens that others never even noticed. But tonight, a shift in heaven has taken place, one that carries your miracle with it. Archangel Michael, was on my knees in prayer just moments ago when God Himself whispered your name with great urgency. The skies trembled, the stars paused, and I wept, not from sadness, but from the overwhelming power of what is coming for you. It is unlike anything you have seen, and it has your name written across it in gold. Do not ignore this moment, because heaven is not repeating this offer again. This miracle was delayed before. It was intercepted by forces that wanted you to lose hope. But now it has been released, and it is racing toward you with divine speed. My beloved, if this message has reached your eyes, then the angels are already surrounding your space. Feel it. There's a strange warmth near you right now. That's not your imagination. It's your confirmation. The angelic realm is stirring because tonight you are being remembered by the highest courts of heaven. This message was meant to come to you and you only. Not a second earlier. Not a moment later. And before you read even one more word, I ask you to stop and do this. Subscribe to this message so the flow of angelic instruction never gets blocked from your life again. This is not just about tonight's miracle. This is about the protection and preparation you will need for the blessings coming next. And trust me, beloved, they are enormous. Bigger than your prayers, heavier than your fears. They are destined. And this is the only moment left to open your hands and receive. My child, my beloved, there is someone who doubted your worth, who overlooked you, who walked away from the treasure you are. And heaven saw that. The pain, the humiliation, the unanswered questions that echoed like thunder in your heart, we watched it all. God did not turn away from your tears. He collected every single one and stored them as evidence in the book of justice. Tonight that book was opened, and the sentence has been passed. You shall rise, you shall recover, you shall receive what they thought you never would. This miracle is not a maybe, it is written, but only you can activate it by staying in this divine moment. That's why the enemy wants you to scroll away. Don't. That small action could block the greatest reward you've waited your whole life for. Don't test God's patience. Stay, my beloved, my dear. I am seeing a door open in the Spirit. I see your name glowing. I see a scroll that was once locked now being unsealed. Your miracle had been trapped behind a lie spoken over your life years ago. Someone said you weren't good enough. Someone made you believe you had to earn love, beg for opportunity, prove your worth. That was never heaven's design. That was never your identity. And tonight, God is removing the chains of every false belief that kept your abundance delayed. This is more than healing. This is rebirth. And this rebirth cannot happen if you doubt the message you are reading. Every word I speak is wrapped in the fire of God's truth, and if you feel a stirring inside you, that is the Spirit confirming it. You are not being tricked. You are being called. My child and my beloved, there is gold in your future. There is music. There is laughter. There is a divine restoration that will make people question if you ever suffered at all. That is how complete the miracle will be. And I must warn you, some people will not rejoice with you. That's why you must not share this moment with everyone. Keep it sacred. This miracle has a protection seal on it. If you let the wrong people hear your joy too soon, The same hands that once clapped for you will try to pull you back. But heaven is covering you. I am shielding you. My sword is drawn. And anyone who tries to curse what God is blessing in your life will be removed swiftly. This is the kind of spiritual warfare that ends with you victorious. My child, my beloved, even now, I see the angelic hosts whispering around your name. You may not hear them, but they are speaking in tones only heaven understands. They are interceding for you. You have no idea how many battles were fought while you slept. How many times God shielded you from dangers you never even saw. You thought you were forgotten, but the truth is, you were hidden. Hidden for such a time as this. Hidden so that no counterfeit blessing could grab hold of you. Hidden so that no imitation could replace your original divine inheritance. And tonight, the hiding ends. Heaven unveils what has been stored for you. Do you feel the shift, beloved? That isn't coincidence. It's confirmation. My beloved, you have always wondered why doors closed just when you thought they were finally opening. Why opportunities vanish when you reach out to hold them. That wasn't failure, it was protection. There are blessings that can become burdens if received at the wrong time. There are hands that look like help, but carried hidden harm. God turned those situations away from you, not because you were unworthy, but because your spirit is too sacred to be touched by what is not meant. And tonight that pattern ends. Your timeline is correcting. Your momentum is returning. But the warning is this. If you leave this message without receiving it fully, you may walk right back into delay. And that, beloved, is something we can no longer allow. My child, my beloved God says to tell you this clearly. You were not born to beg. You were born to carry favor. You were not created to chase crumbs of attention. You are seated at a divine table that was carved in eternity long before this world ever spoke your name. But you forgot, didn't you? This world has a way of making you forget what your soul has always known. That you were chosen. That you are sacred. That heaven has a seal over your life that cannot be broken by human rejection. No person who left you has the power to cancel what God is sending to you. No mistake you've made has the authority to override what has already been signed in glory. But you must stay open. Stay listening. Stay close. My child, my beloved God says to tell you this clearly. You were not born to beg. You were born to carry favor. You were not created to chase crumbs of attention. You are seated at a divine table that was carved in eternity, long before this world ever spoke your name. But you forgot, didn't you? This world has a way of making you forget what your soul has always known. That you were chosen, that you are sacred, that heaven has a seal over your life that cannot be broken by human rejection. No person who left you has the power to cancel what God is sending to you. No mistake you've made has the authority to override what has already been signed in glory. But you must stay open. Stay listening. Stay close. My beloved, do not underestimate this moment. The miracle is not coming to test you. It is coming to confirm you. There is an unlocking taking place right now. In the spirit, in the timeline, in the cells of your body, in the space around your home, something is breaking open because of your decision to keep reading. That may sound small, but in the realm of light, your agreement is everything. Miracles cannot land where there is no invitation. But you've given permission to God by saying yes to this moment. And now I, Michael, am authorized to deliver what was previously withheld. It will come in strange ways. A person you don't expect, a sudden email, a breakthrough in your finances, a vision in your dream. But it will come. And when it does, remember this message. Remember who sent it. Remember who it came from. My child, my beloved, your name was shouted in heaven tonight. That's not a metaphor. That's not spiritual poetry. It happened. As real as your breath, as real as your heartbeat. The reason this message found you is because God sent out a heavenly alert, and all of creation turned to find you. That's why your heart has felt different lately. That's why you've been sensing change, even though nothing seems to look different. Your soul already knows what your mind hasn't caught up to yet. Your season has shifted. It doesn't matter who doesn't believe it. It doesn't matter who mocks or doubts or rolls their eyes. Let them. They didn't hear what you heard. They didn't feel what you feel now. This was never for them. This is for you, and it's holy. My beloved, you've been afraid to hope again, and I understand. Hope feels dangerous when you've been let down, when you've cried into pillows and prayed into silence. But hear me tonight, your hope is no longer empty. God is filling it with power. This is not false hope. This is fulfilled promise. I, Archangel Michael, have been given permission to speak this aloud. Your name has been released into a divine loop of manifestation. That means what you carry in your heart, what you've whispered in hidden places, what you've begged heaven to notice, it is already forming in the realm of reality. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are right on the edge of the most defining moment of your life, and you mustn't turn back. My child, my beloved, the silence you endured was not absence. It was arrangement. While you were questioning, God was organizing. While you were doubting, angels were aligning what would take others a lifetime to manifest. You thought your delay was denial, but it was a deliberate delay of protection. If what you were about to receive had come even a month earlier, it would have slipped through your fingers, and you would have mistaken it for another disappointment. But tonight, the delay has lifted. The spiritual resistance has broken. Your atmosphere has been cleared. And I, Archangel Michael, have been sent to deliver the message that God's perfect timing has begun. Heaven is not hesitating anymore. The process has entered the stage of release. My beloved, I must tell you what I am seeing right now in the spirit. There is a bright table made of light, and on it is a scroll. This scroll has your name engraved into the center, not written, but engraved as if carved by fire. It is the record of what you were meant to become. Your highest purpose, your original blueprint. And around this scroll are 3 angels. They are holding keys. 1 key is for healing, 1 for favor, and 1 for divine relocation. These angels were not allowed to move until you reached this exact moment in time, until your soul became ready, until your heart chose to trust again. But now that you've stayed through this message, the scroll has been opened. The keys are being lifted, and soon you will hear strange instructions, a shift in your daily pattern, a phone call, a chance. That's how miracles often show up in the ordinary, dressed like coincidence. But your spirit will know it's more than that. My child, my beloved, many people around you have laughed at your expectations. They said your dreams were too big. They said your vision didn't make sense. But what they didn't know is that God was the one who planted those dreams in your spirit before you even learned how to pray. What they thought was foolishness was really prophecy in disguise. You weren't trying to impress anyone. You were simply carrying something sacred, something eternal, and it made others uncomfortable. But tonight, God is removing the layers of confusion and fear and smallness that others tried to wrap around you. You will not be hidden anymore. You will not be silent. You will not be made to feel like a burden for dreaming big. Your time to emerge has arrived, and heaven is not negotiating your release. It has been commanded. My beloved, I feel the grief you've carried. You've smiled through it, laughed through it, worked through it. But it lived in the background like a quiet ache, a loss no one else truly understood. A moment that changed you forever, but that no one acknowledged properly. God saw it. Heaven recorded it. And tonight your grief is being answered with divine reversal. A miracle is coming that will fill the void. Not replace what you lost, but honor it. Complete it. Resurrect something sacred from it. This miracle is not compensation, it's restoration. And restoration always comes with more than what was taken. It comes pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. That's why your name has been shouted in heaven today. That's why Archangel Michael was released with urgency, because what's coming will not wait. My beloved, I feel the grief you've carried. You've smiled through it, laughed through it, worked through it. But it lived in the background like a quiet ache, a loss no one else truly understood. A moment that changed you forever, but that no one acknowledged properly. God saw it. Heaven recorded it. And tonight, your grief is being answered with divine reversal. A miracle is coming that will fill the void, not replace what you lost, but honor it, complete it, resurrect something sacred from it. This miracle is not compensation, it's restoration. And restoration always comes with more than what was taken. It comes pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. That's why your name has been shouted in heaven today. That's why Archangel Michael was released with urgency. Because what's coming will not wait. My child, my beloved, this is the warning you must hold on to. Do not speak about this miracle prematurely. You will feel the urge to tell someone, to share the dream, to announce the shift. But not every ear is holy enough to hold your breakthrough. Some people smile with their lips, but curse with their thoughts. Protect what God is building until He gives you the signal to speak. There are some connections that will fall away after tonight. Let them. Their assignment in your story is complete. Do not grieve their absence. Heaven is now assigning new voices to your life, ones that will not compete with you, but complete you. And they will find you soon. Very soon. My beloved, a scroll just turned in the heavenly house. I see it. It's spinning with golden light. And with each turn, I hear your name echo louder through the realms. That sound is drawing your destiny toward you. Even in the next few hours, something is going to feel off in your usual routine. A detour, a delay, a disruption. But it will not be a problem. It will be a push toward the divine. You'll realize soon that everything has been divinely disrupted to place you directly in the flow of your highest miracle. Don't resist it. Don't explain it. Don't try to make it logical. Miracles don't follow logic. They follow obedience. Stay in this moment. Keep following the instruction that this message is releasing into your atmosphere. You are being shifted. My child, my beloved, I see something in your spirit right now. A heavy memory, like a locked box you've tried to forget. A moment when you were overlooked, rejected, or made to feel like you were not enough. And yet, even though you buried it, it shaped you. It's been silently affecting your decisions, your relationships, your ability to receive. God says tonight, that wound will be healed not by time, but by divine love. You are not that abandoned child anymore. You are not that rejected version of yourself. You are the chosen one. And I, Archangel Michael, am watching as that old energy dissolves. You may even feel a tear fall uninvited right now. That's holy. That's healing. That's heaven confirming that your soul is finally being heard. My beloved, something sacred is happening near your name in heaven. Right now, as you breathe, there is a chord in the spirit where your case is being reviewed. I see a robe of light being wrapped around you, a sign that the verdict is changing. Where once there was delay, now there will be divine acceleration. Where once there was silence, now there will be songs of favor. Where once you were passed over, now you will be honored. And listen carefully, what you thought was the end of a relationship, a job, an opportunity. It was actually a divine redirection. God took it away, not to punish you, but to preserve you. That door was locked because the room behind it was too small for the calling you carry. My child, my beloved, many have misunderstood your heart. You have loved deeply, trusted quickly, and forgiven quietly. And yet others mistook your kindness for weakness. They used your softness as a weapon. But heaven was taking note. You never went unnoticed, not for 1 second. And now the records have been unsealed. A season of spiritual repayment has begun. Yes, repayment. God is not only restoring what was lost, He is multiplying it. Not because you earned it, but because you endured it, without turning bitter. You held on when it made no sense. You prayed when no one was watching. And now the blessing is being sent directly to your name, not to someone else, not to your neighbor, not to your sibling. You. This one is for you. My beloved, the tears you cried in private have become seeds in the supernatural. And tonight, those seeds are breaking open. Expect unexpected kindness. Expect sudden favor. Expect shocking confirmation. It will look random to others, but not to you. Because you'll remember this moment. This exact message. You'll say, Michael told me this would happen. And it will. In the coming hours, you will receive a divine signal. Maybe a number repeated. A dream that stays with you. A conversation that opens a new path. Watch carefully. Nothing will be random anymore. Your world is entering alignment. The chaos is ending. The spiral is stopping. The warfare is collapsing. And the glory is rising. My child, my beloved, a person in your life has been sent to test your discernment. Not every smile is safe. Not every compliment is clean. You already felt it, the unease, the flicker in your intuition. That was heaven warning you. The enemy has tried to plant confusion through voices disguised as support. But I have cut that plan at the root. You are being protected. People who are not aligned with your destiny will start to distance themselves. Let it happen. Don't chase. Don't beg. What is real will stay. What is holy will grow. And what is divine will recognize you without effort. Stop over-explaining yourself to people who were never meant to carry your truth. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to be positioned by God. My beloved, tonight God is rewriting your name in a new story. The old chapter has closed, the page has turned, but your mind must also come out of yesterday. This is your sign. No more living in what if. No more shrinking to be acceptable. No more carrying guilt that was never yours to hold. You are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are being made new cell by cell, thought by thought, minute by minute. I, Archangel Michael, see angels brushing off the dust from your shoulders, lifting the cloak of sorrow, placing oil on your head. You are being prepared for the throne, for the light, for the stage heaven always intended you to stand on. And your preparation ends tonight. The revealing begins now. My beloved, tonight God is rewriting your name in a new story. The old chapter has closed. The page has turned. But your mind must also come out of yesterday. This is your sign. No more living in what if. No more shrinking to be acceptable. No more carrying guilt that was never yours to hold. You are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are being made new cell by cell, thought by thought, minute by minute. I, Archangel Michael, see angels brushing off the dust from your shoulders, lifting the cloak of sorrow, placing oil on your head. You are being prepared for the throne, for the light, for the stage heaven always intended you to stand on. And your preparation ends tonight. The revealing begins now. My child, my beloved, there is a fire being lit around your destiny. It is not a fire to destroy, but a fire to purify. The kind of divine fire that burns away what was never yours to carry. I see it clearing away attachments that were made through fear. I see it consuming lies that were spoken about you in your absence. And in the middle of the flame, I see you still standing, unshaken, transformed. My beloved God does not burn away what is meant to stay. He only removes what blocks the blessing. And tonight, this fire is heaven's confirmation that your blessing has outgrown the place you've been surviving in. You are not just coming out of something. You are being launched into something far greater. That's why it feels intense. That's why it feels spiritual. Because it is. My beloved, I see a river flowing now. It was once dammed up by fear, by curses, by words spoken out of jealousy. But the stones have been removed. The water is rushing, and it has your name written in it. This is the outpouring. This is the overflow. God says, you have waited with tears. Now you will receive with awe. But be prepared, the blessing will come suddenly. So suddenly, in fact, that your mind will question if it's real. But I say to you now, it is not only real, it is overdue. I, Archangel Michael, tell you this clearly. This miracle is not a fantasy. It is not a hope. It is a scheduled event in heaven's calendar. And that calendar just turned to your page. My child, my beloved God is rewriting how people speak your name. Those who mocked you will marvel. Those who judged you will whisper in disbelief. Because you are about to walk in a level of favor that cannot be explained. You are going to glow differently, move differently, speak with new confidence, not because you've changed on the outside, but because you finally remembered who you are on the inside. You are a child of divine promise, and no matter how many times you were broken, heaven never withdrew that promise. You are not being restored to where you were. You are being accelerated to where you were always meant to be. That's why the old version of you won't fit into your new season. Let it go. My beloved, there is a sound in heaven that only happens when a chosen one is about to walk into destiny. That sound is ringing right now. It's a frequency not many hear, but your soul just did. That's why your spirit is alert. That's why the hairs on your arms may be rising. That's why the room you're in feels different. Something has been stirred in the atmosphere around you, and it will not settle until the miracle is complete. I am commanding all distractions, all delays, all discouragements to leave your space now. Your sacred focus is required. The blessing is near. But remember, this God will not bless what you are pretending to be. He will only bless who you truly are. Come into alignment. Be real. Be ready. My child, my beloved in the realm of angels, there is a scroll with your name on it that has been sealed until this season. Many prophets could not access it. Many prayers couldn't open it, because the time was not yet right. But as of this very moment, heaven has broken the seal. That scroll is unraveling, and I see visions pouring out. You speaking on stages. You blessing generations. You receiving keys, real keys, to homes, lands, opportunities, relationships that are not just good, they are anointed. And the reason it's all coming now is because you finally chose to let go of what was never anointed. You walked away from the counterfeit, And now God is trusting you with the original. My beloved, this is your confirmation. The delay wasn't your fault. The silence wasn't rejection. The confusion wasn't a punishment. It was all part of the unseen preparation. God was building something in you that couldn't be rushed. You had to be made strong in the shadows before you could be trusted in the spotlight. And now the spotlight is shifting. It's being moved toward you. The curtain is lifting. The light is rising. You may still feel unqualified. That's normal. That's holy. That's proof you're ready. The truly called never feel ready, but heaven declares it anyway. And heaven has just declared it over you. My child, my beloved, you have come through a long season of hiddenness, a time when you watched others be chosen while you remained in the shadows. You asked God if He still saw you, if He still had a plan for you, or if perhaps your moment had passed. But I am sent to tell you heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was investing in you. You were not being punished. You were being preserved. And tonight marks the end of the hiding. Tonight, the gates are opening. The trumpet is sounding. And the season of being overlooked is over. What you carry cannot remain unseen any longer. What has been building in silence will now echo in glory. The veil is lifting. My beloved, I see two doors in the spirit realm. One has already opened. The other waits on your agreement. You must choose. One door leads to a life of divine surrender and overflowing breakthrough. The other will circle you back into confusion and fear. You must not hesitate this time. You must not look behind you. The door of blessing will not remain open forever. You've already missed it once before, and grace held it open. But this time, urgency is involved. That's why this message is so direct. That's why this moment feels heavier than usual. You are standing at a spiritual edge, and what you decide now determines everything about your next chapter. My child, my beloved, you have come through a long season of hiddenness, a time when you watched others be chosen while you remained in the shadows. You asked God if He still saw you, if He still had a plan for you, or if perhaps your moment had passed. But I am sent to tell you, heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was investing in you. You were not being punished. You were being preserved. And tonight marks the end of the hiding. Tonight the gates are opening. The trumpet is sounding. And the season of being overlooked is over. What you carry cannot remain unseen any longer. What has been building in silence will now echo in glory. The veil is lifting. My beloved, I see two doors in the spirit realm. One has already opened. The other waits on your agreement. You must choose. One door leads to a life of divine surrender and overflowing breakthrough. The other will circle you back into confusion and fear. You must not hesitate this time. You must not look behind you. The door of blessing will not remain open forever. You've already missed it once before, and grace held it open. But this time, urgency is involved. That's why this message is so direct. That's why this moment feels heavier than usual. You are standing at a spiritual edge, and what you decide now determines everything about your next chapter. My child, my beloved, the chains around your spirit are crumbling as I speak. You may not feel them, but they were there. Old guilt, old regret, words spoken over you that hardened your heart. God says they are being shattered right now. The angels are rejoicing because you are finally free to believe again, free to receive again, free to return to the original version of yourself, the one heaven designed before the world told you who to be. The most powerful part of your miracle is not what you'll receive. It's what you'll remember. You'll remember that you were always chosen, always loved, always meant for something more. And from this moment forward, nothing and no one will convince you otherwise. My beloved, a strange stillness is entering your spirit now. That is peace. But not the peace the world gives. This is divine assurance, a holy stillness that lets you know that God is already moving on your behalf. Even while you are reading this, plans are being shifted, calls are being made, delays are being canceled. You will feel it first in your energy, then in your body, then in your surroundings, and finally in your reality. The miracle is moving in layers, and your job is simply to remain in belief. This peace you're sensing now is the first sign. Don't doubt it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't say, "But what if it doesn't work this time?" It will, and you'll know it. My child, my beloved, your name is being whispered by someone important, someone who has the power to open the next door in your life. You haven't met them yet, or maybe you did, but didn't realize who they really were. Heaven has touched their heart concerning you. I see them being stirred awake in the night, drawn to your energy, your name, your spirit. This person is part of the delivery system God is using, a divine connection. And it is not a coincidence. The conversation will feel like destiny, because it is. But be careful not to idolize the person. It is not them. It is the spirit in them that's been assigned to help you. Give glory to God, not to the vessel. My beloved, you may feel the enemy trying to distract you right now. Maybe a notification, a noise, a thought. That's not random. The enemy knows you're receiving something now that can never be taken from you. That's why distractions are being sent to pull you away. But I am blocking them. I am guarding this holy space around you, because this moment is where heaven deposits something that will change your next 10 years. Yes, 10 years. This is not a short-term blessing. This is legacy level. It will change how your family sees you. It will shift your financial atmosphere. It will unlock parts of your personality you haven't expressed in years. And it will reconnect you with joy that you thought you lost forever. My child, my beloved, you must understand what's happening behind the scenes. There is movement in the heavenlies that no one else can see, but your soul has felt it. This is not ordinary energy. This is divine orchestration, a sudden rearrangement of things that seemed out of reach. Places you were locked out of are now unlocking. People who forgot you are remembering. Ideas that once fell flat are now becoming keys. What changed? You did. You didn't quit. You didn't curse God in the waiting. You didn't stop showing up even when no one noticed. And now, heaven is rewarding what others overlooked. My beloved, you are going to be surprised by how quietly your miracle enters. It may not be loud at first. It may not come with fireworks or applause. It will come like breath, soft, sure, undeniable. You'll feel it in your chest. Something will shift. An anxiety will suddenly disappear. A strange peace will fill the space where fear used to live. That's how you'll know the miracle has landed. Don't dismiss the quietness. Some of the loudest answers from God arrive in the stillest moments. Listen to that peace. It's divine. It's irreversible. And it's here for you. My child, my beloved God, has not forgotten what they did to you, what they said, how they left, how they twisted the truth to make themselves look clean. Heaven saw it all, and this message is your confirmation. Justice is moving. You will not have to fight for your name. You will not have to prove your innocence. God will speak where you've been silent. He will defend where you've been quiet. He will restore what was stolen in the dark. I see a heavenly courtroom. I see angels rising with scrolls in hand. And I see God pointing to your name and saying, "Now is the time to lift them." My beloved, prepare for unexpected reconciliation. Not all who hurt you are meant to return, but one in particular has had a change of heart. A divine dream was given to them recently. Your face was shown, your voice was heard, and for the first time they saw what heaven sees when it looks at you. Their pride is crumbling, their anger is melting. This is not about romance, this is about redemption. God is using you as a doorway to their awakening. Be wise. You don't have to let them all the way back in, but you will recognize when it's time to forgive. And when you do something inside, you will unlock too. My child, my beloved God has not forgotten what they did to you, what they said, how they left, how they twisted the truth to make themselves look clean. Heaven saw it all. And this message is your confirmation. Justice is moving. You will not have to fight for your name. You will not have to prove your innocence. God will speak where you've been silent. He will defend where you've been quiet. He will restore what was stolen in the dark. I see a heavenly courtroom. I see angels rising with scrolls in hand, and I see God pointing to your name and saying, "Now is the time to lift them." My beloved, prepare for unexpected reconciliation. Not all who hurt you are meant to return, but one in particular has had a change of heart. A divine dream was given to them recently. Your face was shown, your voice was heard, and for the first time they saw what heaven sees when it looks at you. Their pride is crumbling, their anger is melting. This is not about romance, this is about redemption. God is using you as a doorway to their awakening. Be wise. You don't have to let them all the way back in, but you will recognize when it's time to forgive. And when you do something inside, you will unlock too. My child, my beloved, your health has been under attack because the enemy knew your purpose required strength, fatigue, confusion, random pains, sleepless nights. You've chalked it up to stress, but spiritually it has been warfare. But hear this clearly. It ends now. I, Michael, stand between you and every attack that has tried to touch your body. Divine healing is being sent not just to restore, but to renew. Your energy will rise. Your mind will clear. Even your face will begin to glow again. That's not vanity. That's victory. Heaven is renewing your temple because your next chapter requires power, and power is what you will walk in. My beloved, the next few days will feel unusual. Don't fear it. It is the atmosphere adjusting to your new reality. Certain things won't feel the same anymore. Certain people won't resonate the way they used to. That's because you've shifted dimensions. You've been elevated spiritually. And now, your external world is catching up. You are not behind. You are not late. You are perfectly positioned to receive what is next. But you must stay awake, spiritually alert, emotionally open, because the miracle is close. So close that even as you read this, your body is responding with chills, tears, or fire. That is confirmation. Heaven is in your room right now. My child, my beloved, something is coming that will make you forget the years of drought. It will not erase the pain, but it will surpass it. And when it comes, you will understand why you had to wait, why you had to cry, why you had to walk alone. Because if it had come sooner, your hands would not have been strong enough to carry it. Your mind would not have been steady enough to protect it. And your heart would not have been healed enough to hold it without fear. But tonight you are ready. You are not broken. You are battle-tested. And because you did not curse God in the delay, heaven has scheduled your reward with precision. My beloved, they are watching you now, not because they support you, but because they are confused by your endurance. You were supposed to fail. You were supposed to disappear. You were supposed to fall apart under the pressure they put on your name. But instead, you rose. You remained. And now they can't understand how. But I will tell you how, because heaven held you when no one else did. God kept your name on his breath when everyone else stopped saying it. And now your story will be told, not as a tragedy, but as a triumph. They didn't see the prayers you whispered, but they will see the blessing that answers them. My child, my beloved, you are going to hear something very soon that sounds unbelievable. A yes you didn't expect. An opportunity that skipped the line to find you. And your first instinct may be to question it. Why me? But the better question is, why not you? Have you not carried the weight without applause? Have you not sown seeds while others reaped your harvest? Have you not kept your heart clean when it would have been easier to turn bitter? God saw all of it, and that's why this miracle carries your name. It's not coming because of luck. It's coming because of legacy. My beloved, I must show you something in the spirit. There is a staircase made of gold. You are standing at the first step. Each step leads to a realm of greater favor, deeper clarity, stronger authority. But listen, each step also demands that something be released. You cannot carry old bitterness into this new chapter. You cannot drag dead weight into destiny. You cannot hold hands with people who constantly doubt your calling. God is not asking you to hate them. He is asking you to honor the call more than you honor their comfort. And as you release, you rise. That's how this miracle works. That's how it begins. My child, my beloved, for days you've been feeling this shift. It's why your sleep has changed. It's why your spirit has been restless. It's why you've started to question things you used to tolerate. That's not anxiety. That's preparation. Your body can feel what your mind hasn't yet put into words. You are about to walk into something that demands more of you and rewards you more than you can imagine. That tension you feel is not a breakdown. It's a breakthrough. Something is being born from your spirit, and the contractions mean the birth is near. Stay awake. Stay expectant. Stay clean. Because what's coming is holy. My beloved God is placing new oil on your name, not just anointing for influence, but anointing for impact. You're not just going to be seen, you're going to be felt. When you speak, it will break chains. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere will shift. When you create, people will feel something eternal in it. That's not your ego. That's your calling. Don't shrink back from it. Don't apologize for the fire on your life. You didn't choose it. It chose you. And now you must carry it boldly. You're not just a vessel. You're a signal, a divine alarm clock sent to wake up others. And this message is your activation. My child, my beloved, for days you've been feeling this shift. It's why your sleep has changed. It's why your spirit has been restless. It's why you've started to question things you used to tolerate. That's not anxiety. That's preparation. Your body can feel what your mind hasn't yet put into words. You are about to walk into something that demands more of you and rewards you more than you can imagine. That tension you feel is not a breakdown. It's a breakthrough. Something is being born from your spirit, and the contractions mean the birth is near. Stay awake, stay expectant, stay clean, because what's coming is holy. My beloved God is placing new oil on your name. Not just anointing for influence, but anointing for impact. You're not just going to be felt. When you speak, it will break chains. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere will shift. When you create, people will feel something eternal in it. That's not your ego. That's your calling. Don't shrink back from it. Don't apologize for the fire on your life. You didn't choose it. It chose you. And now you must carry it boldly. You're not just a vessel. You're a signal, a divine alarm clock sent to wake up others. And this message is your activation. My child, my beloved, you are not reading this by accident. You were summoned here. Your soul responded to something divine, something ancient, something louder than all the noise around you. It wasn't curiosity that brought you here. It was calling. And now that you're here, heaven refuses to let you walk away empty. God is giving you something tonight that will echo through generations. Yes, generations. This miracle isn't just for you. It will ripple through the bloodline. It will heal what the past damaged. It will plant what the future will harvest. The curse is breaking. The cycle is ending. And it's happening through you. My beloved, this is the season where you will begin to receive what you never dared ask for. Not because you didn't want it, but because some part of you believed you didn't deserve it. That was never God's voice. That was the echo of shame. But tonight, that echo is silenced. Heaven is raising the volume of truth, and the truth is, you are worthy of love that doesn't leave. You are worthy of blessings that don't break you. You are worthy of favor that feels like ease, not struggle. This miracle will not feel like a fight. It will feel like grace. My child, my beloved, don't let the quiet fool you. Just because nothing seems to be happening on the outside doesn't mean everything isn't shifting on the inside. Right now, angels are being repositioned. Timelines are being edited. Delays are being deleted. And even your enemies are being used as tools for your advancement. You thought they were sent to destroy you. No, my beloved, they were sent to develop you. Their rejection pushed you into purpose. Their absence created space for real love. Their betrayal unlocked the warrior in you. And now you are ready. Ready to stand. Ready to shine. Ready to reign. My beloved, there is someone watching you from afar. Not in fear. Not in jealousy. But in awe. They see the light you carry. The kindness that hasn't faded. The strength that makes no sense. And they are being drawn to you, not by your image, but by your anointing. They don't know how to approach you yet. But God is preparing the moment. You'll recognize it when it happens. It'll feel like you've known them forever. Like they were always meant to walk beside you. Not to rescue you, but to run with you. This connection will not confuse you. It will clarify you, and it's closer than you think. My child, my beloved heaven, is placing a new fragrance upon your life. Spiritually, this is the mark of favor. Doors will open before you knock. People will trust you without knowing why. Solutions will come faster. Opportunities will seek you out. That is what happens when God says, now. You have waited long enough. You have passed the tests. And now this fragrance will go before you and make crooked paths straight. It will do in minutes what your effort could not do in years. That's how favor works. It is not fair, but it is divine. My beloved, I see a new name being written over your life, a name that has always existed in the heavenly realm, but is now being revealed to you. Not your earthly name, your spiritual one. The name that carries your assignment, the name that hell fears, the name that opens realms. You may not know how to pronounce it, but your spirit will begin to respond to it. You'll feel it when you pray. You'll feel it when you stand in front of a breakthrough. You'll feel it when you finally realize that everything you went through wasn't meant to crush you. It was meant to crown you. My child, my beloved, the reason your spirit feels different right now is because the atmosphere around you is no longer the same. While others see no change, you are already stepping into the new realm. Heaven doesn't always announce change with thunder. Sometimes it begins in the silence of awareness. A soft shift in how you think, in how you breathe in, how you respond. That is where the blessing starts. Not in your bank account, not in your circumstances, but in your spirit. And tonight, your spirit has crossed a threshold. The old you cannot return. The version of you that tolerated half-love, delayed joy, and silent suffering has now been retired. You have awakened. My beloved, I must warn you gently. The enemy is angry because you didn't give up, because you're still reading, because the scroll of your miracle has been opened and cannot be resealed. He tried everything: isolation, distraction, guilt, rejection, financial pressure, confusion, but none of it stopped you. And now your obedience has created a ripple in the supernatural. You may feel tired, but spiritually you are more dangerous than you've ever been. Every word you read is forming armor. Every tear you've cried has been turned into oil. And every step forward from here will shake the very ground under your feet. Because you're not walking as the same person. You're walking as the one heaven has finally released. My child, my beloved, I have been waiting for this divine moment to speak into your life. A door that was once sealed by heaven's timing has now burst open with a light so bright that even the angels stepped back in awe. For years you have wandered through seasons of waiting, longing, heartbreak, and silence. But today, I am here with a decree that will shake the very walls of your past. God has written your name on a celestial scroll, and it is attached to a wedding gift worth $15 million. This is not a metaphor. This is not a dream. This is not just symbolism. This is a divine appointment that will manifest on earth as it has already been approved in heaven. But if you walk away now, the miracle will shift to another soul. And I am pleading with you, chosen one. Don't miss this moment. Please open this message all the way through before it disappears forever. My beloved, before I reveal what's about to be placed into your hands, I must tell you this with tears in my voice. This message is only reaching you because every delay, every betrayal, and every silent prayer you whispered alone was not wasted. Heaven has been holding this back until you were strong enough to carry it. But now, the time of silence is over. If you're reading this, it means you are the last one who needs to open it before this miracle is delivered. Don't rush past these words. Don't treat this like any ordinary message. This is the one your spirit has been waiting to feel. Subscribe your soul now to the truth I am about to unveil. Let your heart say yes before your mind talks you out of it. You are about to receive something so beautiful, so divine, that the very air around you will shift. The fragrance of breakthrough will touch your house. The name of your future has already been written. And this gift, this blessing, this $15 million miracle has your soul's frequency embedded in it. My child, my beloved, this is not a coincidence. The fact that your eyes have been chosen to see this today means heaven has finally finished writing the last line of your restoration. God has seen the people who walked away from you. God has heard the conversation spoken in private about your failure. God has kept the tears that no one else saw, and He has now appointed me, Archangel Michael, to be your messenger of victory. There is a holy announcement in the heavens. The wedding that was canceled in your spirit is now being revived. A divine union of your destiny, your wealth, your purpose, your protection, and your person is being orchestrated behind the veil. And with it, a tangible manifestation is being released in your earthly life. The number is not random. $15 million is not just symbolic. It is attached to something being transferred, shifted, inherited, or gifted. But if you skip this message even for a second, the enemy will intercept what was meant for your hands. My child, I know how many times you've been tricked, misled, and heartbroken. I know how many people promised you things they never intended to give. I know the weight you carry silently because you don't want to burden anyone else. But heaven is not like man. God is not like those who failed you. And I, Archangel Michael, have not come to flatter you. I have come to break the chains that have kept your miracle locked away for too long. Today is the unlocking. Today is the lifting. Today is the first day of a new beginning that comes with divine wealth, favor, companionship, joy, and restoration. And yes, this includes a physical blessing that may come through an inheritance, a check, a settlement, a surprise proposal, a real estate transfer, or even a divine transaction that no human could arrange. Do not laugh this off. Do not brush it aside. The gate has been opened, but only those who stay until the end will walk through it. My beloved, you are not late. You are right on time. The delay you experienced was not denial. It was preparation. God hid you so that when this blessing was released, you would be spiritually mature enough not to waste it, emotionally healed enough to receive it, and financially wise enough to multiply it. And now that your spirit is aligned, your name has been called in the divine realm. Angels have whispered your name over this gift. And I, Archangel Michael, am standing with my sword, drawn to protect what's about to enter your life. But I must warn you, there will be distractions trying to make you scroll away. There will be doubt trying to make you question whether this is real. There will be fear trying to silence your faith. Do not listen to them. This is the one time that the miracle is bigger than your imagination, and it is already moving in your direction. You must stay alert. You must stay open. You must receive this. My child, my beloved, this wedding gift is not just about wealth. It is about what the wealth will unlock. It will unlock new homes, new beginnings, divine partnerships, spiritual power, generational healing, and supernatural speed. Things that took others decades to build will take you days. Why? Because God has reserved this blessing for a chosen one who would stay faithful even when it looked foolish. And that one is you. The heavens are roaring with celebration because you have made it to this threshold. Don't quit now. Don't skip. You are seconds away from unlocking the fullness of what was hidden from you since the day you were born. The divine wedding between your soul and your destiny is taking place now, and the gift is already wrapped in your name. My child, my beloved, I need you to feel this in your spirit. This blessing was not meant for everyone. There is a reason the heavens waited this long to release it, because what you are being given is not a reward for being perfect. It's a reward for being persistent. You kept going when others gave up. You continued to believe in love even after it betrayed you. You still prayed for others while your own heart was bleeding. And for that, heaven says, it is time. It is time to transfer what was stored up in the spiritual vaults. It is time to honor the seeds you sowed in silence. It is time to give you the abundance that matches your endurance. And beloved, this $15 million wedding gift is not just about money. It is about restoration, recognition, and divine reversal. The same mouths that doubted you will soon say, "How did this happen to them?" And the answer will be simple. God remembered. My child, my beloved, I need you to feel this in your spirit. This blessing was not meant for everyone. There is a reason the heavens waited this long to release it. Because what you are being given is not a reward for being perfect. It's a reward for being persistent. You kept going when others gave up. You continued to believe in love even after it betrayed you. You still prayed for others while your own heart was bleeding. And for that, heaven says it is time. It is time to transfer what was stored up in the spiritual vaults. It is time to honor the seeds you sowed in silence. It is time to give you the abundance that matches your endurance. And beloved, this $15 million wedding gift is not just about money. It is about restoration, recognition, and divine reversal. The same mouths that doubted you will soon say, "How did this happen to them?" And the answer will be simple. God remembered. My beloved, I don't need to convince your mind. I need to speak to your soul, because your soul already knows something is shifting. You felt it in the atmosphere. Strange signs, sudden emotions, dreams that didn't make sense, people reaching out from the past, doors opening without effort, things that once drained you suddenly losing their grip. It's not your imagination. That's alignment. That's the universe preparing to deliver the divine package with your name on it. That's heaven calling your name louder now than ever before. And I, Archangel Michael, have been assigned to personally deliver this revelation, so you don't miss the instructions. You are not here by mistake. You're here because the final step in this divine transaction requires your soul's agreement. And the only way to activate it fully is to remain with me until the end. The window is open, but it will not stay open long. My child, my beloved, do you remember the time you almost gave up? The time you cried so hard your body trembled? The day you looked around and felt like no one really saw you? God saw you. God wrote it all down, and every tear, every heartbreak, every betrayal was counted not as pain, but as seed. And that seed has now multiplied. What's coming to you is not just a gift, it's a divine repayment. It's heaven's way of saying, I was with you the whole time, even when they left you. And now this miracle is being revealed to you because the veil has lifted. You are no longer under the weight of delay. You are no longer in the wilderness of unanswered prayers. You are now standing at the edge of a divine downpour, and the sound you're hearing is the voice of heaven celebrating your arrival. A wedding between destiny and reward is taking place, and you are the honored guest. My beloved, do not be afraid of this blessing. Sometimes the weight of a miracle can feel heavy before it lands because your old self is still trying to understand it through the lens of pain. But this gift is not coming to harm you. It is coming to elevate you. It is coming to show you what happens when God writes your love story instead of man. And yes, this includes a person, someone whose soul is aligned with yours. Someone who is being prepared even now to walk beside you. Someone who will not break you, belittle you, or betray you. Someone who will look at you and know you were made for them. And this person will come not empty-handed, but with heaven's provision. For what is a divine union without divine security? That is why the wealth comes first, so the foundation will be strong. That is why the angels are moving fast, so the counterfeit cannot interfere. That is why this message is urgent, because time is short and your miracle is ready. My child, my beloved, listen closely now. In the next few days you will see signs. You may hear a name that keeps repeating. You may see the number 15 or 15 million appear in unusual places. You may feel a strange pull to check your account, your messages, your mail, or even your dreams. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. God is trying to show you that what was once unseen is becoming undeniable. Do not ignore these nudges. Do not dismiss these signs. The angels are speaking through symbols because your soul already knows the truth your mind is still catching up to. And the truth is, the $15 million miracle has already been approved. The blessing has already been signed. The only thing left is your spiritual signature. And the way you sign is by staying connected to this message until it is fully poured into your life. The enemy would love for you to scroll away. Don't let him. This is your breakthrough moment. Stay here. My beloved, there is something else you must know. There are people around you who are not who they pretend to be. Some of them are smiling at you, but secretly praying you fail. Others are draining your energy, delaying your destiny. That's why heaven had to isolate you before this moment. That's why you've been feeling alone, not because you're unloved, but because God had to separate you so the blessing would not be corrupted. But now, the isolation is ending. The loneliness is lifting. And soon, the same people who forgot you will be the ones watching you rise. But this time, you will rise, protected, wealthy, whole, and fully anointed, because what God is doing in your life is irreversible. No curse, no gossip, no scheme, no ex, no friend, no demon can undo it. Your name has been sealed in the book of abundance, and I, Archangel Michael, have been given the keys to unlock it only when you are ready. And beloved, you are ready. My child, my beloved, you may not feel like you're ready. But that's the beauty of grace. It qualifies you even when you don't feel qualified. It lifts you even when you feel weak. And it blesses you not because of your perfection, but because of your position in God's heart. You have always been chosen. You were chosen in the womb. You were chosen when they rejected you. You were chosen when you walked alone. And now you are chosen to carry this divine wedding gift with sacred honor. But hear me clearly, this blessing is not to be flaunted. It is to be protected. There will be people who try to attach themselves to you once it manifests. There will be voices trying to confuse you. That is why this message is not just a prophecy, it is a map. Follow the instructions. Stay close to heaven. Speak less. Listen more. And move only when peace leads you. The blessing is real. The money is real. The love is real. But your discernment must be sharper than ever. My child, my beloved, you may not feel like you're ready. But that's the beauty of grace. It qualifies you even when you don't feel qualified. It lifts you even when you feel weak. And it blesses you not because of your perfection, but because of your position in God's heart. You have always been chosen. You were chosen in the womb. You were chosen when they rejected you. You were chosen when you walked alone. And now, you are chosen to carry this divine wedding gift with sacred honor. But hear me clearly, this blessing is not to be flaunted. It is to be protected. There will be people who try to attach themselves to you once it manifests. There will be voices trying to confuse you. That is why this message is not just a prophecy, it is a map. Follow the instructions. Stay close to heaven. Speak less. Listen more. And move only when peace leads you. The blessing is real. The money is real. The love is real. But your discernment must be sharper than ever. My child, my beloved. Before the angels were instructed to release this miracle into your hands, a divine conversation was held in the throne room of heaven. God Himself spoke your name, not once, but 3 times. Each time He said it, a different part of your destiny was activated. First, the part of your spirit that has been waiting to be restored. Second, the part of your path that was sabotaged by the actions of others. And third, the part of your blessing that has been locked away until now. You are not randomly blessed. You are purposefully chosen. The wedding gift that is being released is symbolic of more than just a relationship. It is symbolic of union. Union between promise and fulfillment. Between prophecy and manifestation. Between waiting and winning. And this $15 million gift carries with it more than earthly riches. It carries the anointing to rebuild everything you lost. My beloved, do not think for a second that this gift is about vanity. This is not for show. This is not for pride. This is not even for revenge against those who left you behind. This is sacred. This is personal. This is holy. God did not bless you in private just to flaunt it in public. He is preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies. But He's also putting angels at that table to make sure your soul stays grounded. Because what's coming is so massive, so sudden, so complete, that it will feel surreal. People you haven't spoken to in years will reach out. Old enemies will pretend to celebrate you. Strangers will begin to notice you. And through it all, I am warning you with love. Stay hidden in the presence of God. Stay humble. Stay silent. Let the miracle speak for itself. Because when the doors open, they will open fast, and you must be ready. My child, my beloved, the $15 million wedding gift will arrive in an unexpected form. It may not come in a gold box. It may not show up wrapped in ribbons. But it will come with undeniable divine confirmation. It may arrive through a financial miracle, a sudden proposal, a dream job, a supernatural inheritance, a message from someone you've never met, or a breakthrough contract that holds your name. Whatever form it takes, you will know it is from God. Because of one thing, the kind of peace that quiets all confusion. The kind of peace that makes you cry without understanding why. The kind of peace that tells your soul, this is what I've been waiting for. And when it comes, do not question your worth. You were born for this. The world told you that you were too late, too broken, too unqualified, but heaven said you were always the right one. And this miracle is about to prove it. My beloved, you must prepare. Because blessings this big require preparation. Begin to clear the space in your heart and your home. Let go of things, people, habits, and memories that cannot come with you into this next season. You cannot take betrayal into the blessing. You cannot take bitterness into the breakthrough. You cannot take fear into the fortune. I know letting go hurts, but what's ahead is greater than anything you're leaving behind. The person coming into your life, yes, the one whose name heaven is still hiding, will come not to complete you, but to complement you. They will see your scars and call them sacred. They will not be intimidated by your strength or your softness. They will come with intention, and their presence will unlock the final chamber of your next level. The wedding may not be in a cathedral, but the covenant will be divine. And the gift they carry spiritually and materially is going to be beyond anything you ever imagined. My child, my beloved, you were not forgotten. You were protected. That's why certain doors didn't open. That's why certain people left. That's why you felt stuck while others moved forward. Because if God had allowed you to receive this blessing too soon, it would have crushed you. But now you are mature. You are awakened. You are in position, and that means the delay has expired. I am sounding this message like a trumpet in the spirit realm, because there are other forces trying to pull you away from this moment. The enemy does not want you to open this message. He does not want you to finish reading, because he knows what's at stake. If you stay with me until the final word, the spiritual door you've been banging on for years will suddenly swing open. But if you stop now, if you scroll away, if you treat this like any other message, the gate may close, and the blessing will be passed to the next soul in line. My beloved, God is not cruel. He is strategic. And this message is not meant to scare you. It is meant to awaken you. You are standing in front of the greatest shift of your entire life. It is bigger than a check, bigger than a wedding, bigger than a promotion. This is legacy. This is generational. This is the moment your entire bloodline has been waiting for. Some of your ancestors prayed for this. Some of your grandparents wept over it. And now, you are the one chosen to receive what they only dreamed of. That's why it feels overwhelming. That's why you feel so emotional reading this. Because your soul knows it's real. Your spirit knows it's true. And somewhere deep inside, you are already saying yes. My child, my beloved, we are almost there. Stay with me. I will protect this moment for you. No evil can touch what God has sealed. And right now, The seal has been broken, not in judgment, but in reward. The time has come. The wedding gift has been released, and the angels are standing in position. I am holding the sword. God is watching. And the question is not whether the miracle is real. The question is, will you stay long enough to receive it? My beloved, before I release you back into your night, I must give you one final instruction from the throne room. The miracle that has been spoken over you tonight is not meant to be received in silence. It is meant to be activated by your faith and your declaration. Heaven has already moved. Now it is your turn to move with heaven. If this word has stirred something deep inside your spirit, if you felt the warmth of the angels or the weight of glory while listening, then do not scroll away in silence. In the comment section below, I want you to write these words with boldness. I receive my miracle tonight. Or simply type Amen as your agreement with heaven. Your comment is not just words. It is a spiritual signature that locks in what has already been released over your life. If this message brought you peace, if it lifted a burden you have carried for years, then hit the like button right now. Your like helps this prophetic word travel farther and reach more of God's children who are still waiting for their own confirmation. And if you know someone who has been crying out for a breakthrough, share this video with them immediately. Do not keep this word to yourself. The same way heaven sent this message to you, you are now called to send it to others. Your share could be the very link that heaven uses to deliver their miracle. If you want to keep receiving these urgent words from the courts of heaven, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. More scrolls are being opened. More names are being called. And I, Archangel Michael, will continue to bring you the messages that heaven wants you to hear in this hour. My child, your miracle is already in motion. Do not doubt it. Do not speak against it. Stay in faith. Stay in expectation. And watch what God does next. I am standing guard over you. Heaven is fighting for you. And the best is yet to come.